Y'all scared. Y'all scared. Y'all mind us. Y'all can move with us in solidarity. So I'm just gonna walk down into the first flag on the bullhorn. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Hey, we're gonna hit you right back. We finna bring you right down.
Office of Second Chance. This is the Office of Second Chance Initiative. We are out here on the steps of the Supreme Court. Doing a little demonstration, standing in solidarity with all of the organizations who have came to the forefront. We are out here just putting forth the collective effort to stand up for our loved ones. Wanted to let everybody know that we are out here on the front line, and we are here to demand that governmental officials adhere to the oath they took on the United States Constitution, to adhere to their obligations. We are not out here begging for them to help us. We are not out here asking for a favor for those who have government positions of power. We are out here demanding that they adhere to their oath that they took on the United States Constitution and to rectify the condition of confinement at the Mission Department of Corrections. There has to be some accountability. There will be some accountability. Collectively, many different organizations have gained national recognition. So we're out here in solidarity with all of the organizations, all of the law firms, Attorney Carlos Moore, and every other lawyer that's involved, fighting for the cause on the front line. We're out here demonstrating. There has to be some accountability. What are we here for?
Justice.
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 We are tired of hearing story after story of so many atrocities that's going on at the Mission Department of Corrections. And there has to be some change. A lot of people have got involved, from Benny Thompson's office to a lot of government officials, state representatives, senators, clergy. But I'm here to tell you that the power lies in the people. I said the power lies in the people. The power lies in the people.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the people, then these buildings would not stand. If it wasn't for the people, law enforcement would not be able to receive a salary. If it wasn't for the people, they wouldn't have the money and the resources to build these prisons. So we are saying that it must stop. We are saying that there has to be some accountability. We are demanding accountability. There's no excuse for what's going on. We do realize that there's not one individual to blame, but we know that somebody has to bear responsibility. What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
And so we must shall get justice by any means necessary. By any means necessary. You have people that have lost their lives. You have people that have been victimized, brutalized, and tortured by the system. Now, I do realize from studying the law that when an individual receives their sentence, the judge don't stipulate that it's okay for you to be subjected to double punishment. In fact, it's not a part of their sentence when they get convicted by a court of law for them to receive double punishment. So everything that's going on with the Mission Department of Corrections is not just double punishment, but it violates the 8th Amendment to the United States Constitution. It violates their state rights, their federal rights, and we are demanding change. We are not out here begging for help. We are not out here pleading for help. We are out here demanding for help. We're out here demanding, making demands that government officials adhere to the oath they took on the United States Constitution. We are not out here pleading and begging. We're actually out here demanding that they do their job. Felicia Hall, the former commissioner of the Michigan Department of Corrections, there's no such thing as a scapegoat. You cannot run from this situation. You are just as much as accountable as your constituents. You cannot run from this situation. Phil Bryant, you cannot run from this situation. You are just as much at fault because you were a gatekeeper. You held the power in the state of Mississippi to grant change. You held the responsibility to actually sign off on monetary proposals for the Michigan Department of Corrections, but you failed to do so. In fact, you got on TV and you just blamed it on a gang problem. But I'm here to tell you that the only gang problem that's going on at the Michigan Department of Corrections is the staff that work there. I'm here to tell you that we are out here demanding change.
That's right.
We are out here demanding action, federal investigation by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the United States Department of Justice. We are demanding change. We are demanding that these government officials do their job. What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
And so as the story continues, we will not stop, we will not quit from the state of Mississippi all the way to Atlanta, to Tennessee, to Texas, to St. Louis, to California, to Washington, D.C. We will not stop. The message is we will stand for something and we will never fall for anything. We are out here demanding that the government officials do their job. Bring an end to this cruel and unusual punishment that they have inflicted on people that are incarcerated. They are human. Not only is the state of Mississippi in violation of violating those individuals' rights, but collectively, they are also in violation of the Human Rights Declaration according to the United Nations. We are out here demanding change. We do realize that laws need to pass, a lot of things need to change. And we are out here, we will not stop, we will not quit. And everything that we're doing means something. Every step, every letter, every phone call, it means something. And my condolences goes to anybody that lost a loved one in the midst of all of this cruel situations that's been going on at the Michigan Department of Corrections. And there has to be some accountability. There's no excuse. People can point the finger one way, point the finger the other way. At the end of the day, all of the gatekeepers are liable. From Phil Bryant, all the way down to the Attorney General, all the way down to the state representatives, all of the gatekeepers are liable. I'm not going to sit here and try to candy coat the situation, but all of them are liable. If there was a gatekeeper and they failed to do anything to rectify this situation, they knew about it. Let me hear y'all say they knew about it.
They knew about it.
They knew about it and they know about it.
They knew about it.
They know about it.
So now if they knew about it, ain't no such thing as, well, we try to fix the problem. You know, we're trying to better the situation. There's no excuse. There's no respect of title. I'm just here to call it straight down the middle. I have to call a spade a spade. Regardless of whose feet I step on, I gotta call a spade a spade. And so, the poor management by the Michigan Department of Corrections, and see, a lot of people don't know that all this violence that erupted inside inside of the Municipal Department of Corrections is a direct result based on how they've been treated. If you take a bunch of dogs and you put them in a cage and you barely feed them and you tone them and you play mind games with these dogs, or I'm gonna say lions, you suddenly get bit. So we are out here standing on the steps of the Supreme Court. We are demanding change. We are not asking, we are not pleading, we are not praying for the state representatives and the government officials to grant us change. We are out here demanding change. It is an obligation. If you're a government official or state representative, it is an obligation to adhere to the oath that you took on the United States Constitution. There's no respect of title. What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
And so we are tired of hearing story after story of so many different situations. I'm here to tell you that in the year of 2020, a lot of individuals will be released, a lot of chains will be broken. A lot of people are asking for, a lot of people are calling for, a lot of people are praying for that Parchment be shut down. People don't know the history behind Parchment. Parchment been in existence for over 100 years. And before Parchment became an institution to house people, it was a plantation. I'm here to call it down the middle. Call a spade a spade. So now if Parchment was a plantation 100 years ago, and they just decided to put a whole lot of Negroes on the land, then that means that Parchment and the state of Mississippi is in direct violation of the 13th Amendment. They're in direct violation of the 14th Amendment. They're in direct violation of the 8th Amendment. And the reason why I say that, y'all, is because there was a particular year that slavery was abolished. But from the looks of it, y'all, slavery still exists. You have individuals in Parchment, Mississippi working and they're not receiving wages. You got people out there on the long line picking the vegetables and picking the fruits and this, that, and another, but they're not receiving wages. You got people that's cutting hair, got that license to do barber school and all this stuff right here. Many different individuals have different trades, but they're not getting paid. That's something to think about. But then when I did a legal analysis, I said, well, now hold on. They got an MPIC where they got a select group of individuals receiving some form of a wage. Well, if you categorize a certain group of people amongst the general population of the prisoners, and you decide to give them something, then that means that they're in violation of what we call discrimination. How you gonna discriminate on one prisoner, but you don't open up a door of opportunity for another? So they're actually categorizing certain individuals to fit certain criteria, certain guidelines, and certain stipulations. That's not gonna cut the cake. Can you imagine how much money Parchment, Mississippi have accumulated over the years? Millions and millions of dollars. But what type of doors of opportunity have they opened? None. People out here in public think that the Municipal Department of Corrections actually is designed to rehabilitate the people. I'm here to tell you that is a lie. That is a bald, ugly lie. The Municipal Department of Corrections is not designed to rehabilitate. It is designed to destroy the mind, destroy the spirit, and destroy the soul. There has to be some accountability. There's no respect of title. All right, so there's no respect of title. And we're out here demanding change. What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
We're gonna ease on down. We're out here seeking justice. We're out here making demands. That the Commission upon correction. We're out here demanding that government officials adhere to the oath they took on the United States Constitution. If you're an officer and you wear a badge, I'm talking to you. If you're a law enforcement officer and you're wearing a badge, I'm talking to you. If you work for the Municipal Department of Corrections, I'm talking to you. And so there has to be some accountability for all of the gatekeepers. There's no respect of title. For all of the gatekeepers that had knowledge about the situation before it even transpired. For all of the gang coordinators that work for internal affairs at Municipal Department of Corrections, they knew about it. For all of the wardens at the Municipal Department of Corrections that knew ahead of time, they was able to foresee a situation transpiring with the prisoners. So they had ample enough time to stop the situation before it even erupted. In fact, they perpetrated and they condoned and they added to the fire.
That's right.
I'm here to tell you straight down the middle. There will be some accountability. We are not out here begging, pleading for the representatives and the senators and the government officials to help us. We're actually demanding that the government officials do their job based on them adhering to the oath they took on the United States Constitution. I swear to uphold. But then they want to play both sides. And so, Felicia Hall, there's no scapegoat. You cannot escape the atrocities that's going on. If you assume the position as commissioner of the Municipal Department of Corrections, then you knew within that 2-year time span what was about to happen. For all of the gatekeepers, they are liable. Everybody that subjected those prisoners to constitutional violations are liable, and there's no respect of title. Time and time again, we have heard so many different situations, so many stories at MDOC. It is now time in the year of 2020 that change be brought to the forefront.
That's right.
It is time for the people to stand up.
That's right.
It is time for the people to stand up.
That's right.
And if we don't stand for something, we will fall for anything. What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
In solidarity with all of the other organizations from Mississippi all across the nation, we are out here collaborating with many others and common people. We do realize that there's a calling that people must have on their life to be able to have the courage and the willpower to stand up.
That's right.
And so time and time again, we've heard so many situations, so many sad stories of people losing their life, these atrocities. That's not right.
That's right.
So I'm calling out the leaders, I'm calling out the government officials, I'm calling out Phil Bryant. I just want to say this though. Phil Bryant, for you to be a man of power, I would have thought that you would have took it upon yourself to rectify and change what was going on before the powder keg blew up. Phil Bryant, by you being a man of power, I just knew in my spirit that you was gonna do the right thing. But instead you got on TV and said it's a gang problem. Phil Bryant, you did not sympathize away. I know that somebody that knows somebody gonna tell you what I said. But it is what it is.
Change. That's right.
We're out here demanding change.
That's right.
We're out here seeking change. We are not out here begging and pleading for change. We are demanding that change transpire. If you're a government official and you took an oath on the Constitution, we are demanding change, accountability. There's no respect of title. We're out here demanding change, regardless of who you are and what position of power you hold. What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
And justice we shall receive. We will not stop. We will not quit. We have woken up the nation. We will not stop. We will not quit. We have woke up the nation. All over the country, we are fighting. Standing on the front line.
That's right.
For our loved ones, for our people. And so, I'm sending a message. Stephen Harris is sending a message to the Minister of Department of Corrections. Bill Bragg, if you authorize for the Louisiana Department of Corrections and the Tennessee Department of Corrections to come out of town, combined with the state troopers, to go inside of the prison system and subject our loved ones to guard brutality. I'm talking about they shooting them. They shooting them with shotguns. And they doing all type of violent things, which I know that goes outside the lines of professionalism. So I'm sending a message to the Minister of Department of Corrections, Bill Bragg, Jim Hood, Attorney General, Lynn Fitch, and all government officials. Somebody needs to stop the guard brutality by these out-of-town DOC, by these out-of-town black teams. MDOC have authorized for out-of-towners from different institutions out of town, in Tennessee in particular, and in Louisiana, and they got the state troopers, and so they are going out there to punishment, and they are subjecting our loved ones to guard brutality. They shooting them with guns, they jumping on them, they knocking folks' teeth out their mouth. Now, how would they feel if somebody caught them out here in society and knocked their teeth out their mouth?
Right.
There has to be some accountability.
Right.
How you gonna uphold your badge of honor and you being assigned to go inside of the prison? Now the prisoners believe that since the cavalry is on their way, that represents help. They think that help is on the way. But when these out-of-town black teams from Tennessee Department of Corrections and Louisiana Department of Corrections and perhaps Atlanta Department of Corrections sending all their black teams down here, and when they enter the building, they subject our loved ones to guard brutality. That's not right. What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
And justice we shall receive.
That's right.
In solidarity, I'm asking you all, just walk a little. What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
What are we here for?
Justice.
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 When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
Field Bird, what do we want?
Justice.
Police Hall, what do we want?
Justice.
MDOC, what do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
All right, now it's time to go across the street, y'all. I am going to greet Carlos Moore across the street, because he's a strong brother. Attorney Carlos Moore is a strong brother. He's representing a lot of people. Take courage to do that.
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
What are we here for?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
What are we here for?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now. Right now.
No right.
We are not begging, we're not pleading. We are demanding that government officials adhere to the oath they took on the Constitution. What are we here for?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
What are we here for?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now. All right, how y'all doing?
Gotta change.
feel free.
Good morning. My name is L.L.C. I'm the managing partner of the Cochrane firm, Mississippi Delta. I appreciate you for coming out this morning. I'm here on behalf of several of my clients who have hired me and the Cochrane firm to represent them. We have several victims of the abuse that's going on within several facilities that are run by the Mississippi Department of Corrections. The news has covered what's going on in Parchment this year. This problem is widespread. This pandemic is widespread. It's affecting every facility, every correctional facility from the south of the state to the north of the state. And so I'm going to name out the victims that we represent. Gregory Emery. Mr. Emery died Chickasaw County Regional Correctional Facility on January the 2nd, 2020. Hired by his two sons, their two sons, to represent him. Investigate the facts as to what happened. Really it is on time of death. Antonio Taylor, his family is here today. Val Toya Jackson family on behalf of Antonio Taylor. He died on December the 8th, 2019. George Gilmore, victim, he stabbed, non-incarcerated. Henry Armstead, he was burned and stabbed back in April of 2019 at Parchment. He just got out life support, I believe, and he's been on the feet too. He has not been doing well at all. John Oliver, he's another victim. I believe he and his family are here. He was stabbed. Oliver County Correctional Facility. Oliver County Jail. Robert Duncan is a victim. He was severely injured by 7 inmates on the Parchment. Curtis Peterson, he has lived in third ward conditions at the jail. No running water, no running toilets, no showers, sporadic food. Some days they get no food, some days they get one meal, some days a couple meals, no heat. It's just been hell on earth. Thaddeus Jarvis is incarcerated in Parchment. He has been a client of mine for years. We're currently on Madison County. Some things that happen against Madison County, Madison County Jail. He's been moved to Parchment, and he experienced several things this month. I'm going to read some of the things, his eyewitnesses, whatever. He knows exactly what happened. What happened in 32. Exactly what happened. Ryan Evans is a victim. He was supposedly incarcerated in prison. He's still alive, but not doing well. Larry Walker died at Parchment. His Simeon Harris is a client victim. He's fighting by the conditions. So these are very serious, sad situations. I've never heard of such in the 21st century. 56 years ago, while we were born, we heard about these conditions. Being in Parchment without things that got better. You know, there was federal oversight on Parchment State Penitentiary for years, and I think maybe in 2003, earlier, Linda Howard is en route. She's visiting Tony Howard here in Rankin County. This morning in Brandon, as you recall, Tony Howard is the one representing. He was set on fire by an inmate on August 3rd, 2018. We filed that federal lawsuit on August 26, 2019. Tony is from Moss Point, Mississippi, my hometown. He was set on fire, got second-degree burns. Can you tell me how an inmate set on fire by an inmate who got gasoline, got a lighter, got a chemical mixture, and was able to set this man totally on fire? Who's watching the yard? Who's watching the prisons for all these types of things going on? You're hearing that the prisons are severely underfunded, they're understaffed, and these are the real-life situations as a result of that underfunding and that understaffing. I mean, these men and women, black and white, male and female, they are dying and they're being injured with impunity because the state fails to do the right thing. We decided to call this press conference here at the state capitol because these individuals, I see Lieutenant Governor's truck is here, so I hope he hears us. He has a lot to say so with the budget for the state, and instead of decreasing the budget by $8 million,